What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So Canon finally did it. They finally uncrippled one of their cameras, and by this I mean they released a new firmware update for the Canon EOS R5 that eliminates the overheating issue. Thank you, Canon. Okay, another thing is the new firmware update actually helped improve the IBIS within the R5 as well. Now with this new firmware update, you can record up to 8K for the full 30 minutes. Then when you allow your camera to rest, you only need to let it rest for about 3 to 5 minutes. Once you do this, you can actually record within the full 30 minutes up to 8K once again. This also happens in a 4K oversample and 120 frames per second. Now, this camera will still overheat, but that's only if you allow it to shoot continuously with no breaks. Once you allow your camera to break for about 3 to 5 minutes, you can actually record up to 30 minutes once again. Now, does this change my opinion about the best mirrorless full-frame camera in 2020? Yes, it does. The Canon EOS R5 is the best mirrorless camera that was released in 2020, full-frame at least. Why? Because with this new firmware update, the R5 works. You can use this in a professional setting. You can use this in a YouTube setting like this. Because with this new firmware update, they eliminated the overheating issues. Thank God. It seemed like Canon finally listened to their fan base, to their loyalists, and they actually uncrippled their best camera that they ever made in the mirrorless format. Now, in my opinion, if I was running Canon, I would have waited to put this camera out until all the bugs and the overheating issues was fixed, because when they put this camera out, a lot of people was excited, but because of the overheating issues, a lot of people lost faith in Canon. A lot of people switched to Sony or they went to something else. But now with this new firmware update, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people start reinstating their pre-orders for the R5. And I know a lot of people made excuses. They were trying to justify why the R5 was overheating, saying it was actually performing to its full capabilities, when in fact it wasn't. Since Canon actually fixed this over a firmware update, it proved that they released a crippled camera on purpose. But like I said, they fixed it though, so we should actually give them a round of applause for it. Now, besides the Canon R5, I actually invested in something new for myself to actually help further my filmmaking career, and that's the Atomos Shinobi. The reason I bought this monitor is because it has a 10-bit image or signal. I can use this monitor to actually help with my color grade. It's 1000 nits, which means I can use this outside during a bright day. I can input LUTs over an SD card, which is awesome. This gives me the ability to actually preview what my footage will look like with some of my custom-made LUTs. This monitor is actually touchscreen, and it also comes with HDMI and SDI ports. Now, one thing I don't like about the monitor that to actually load your LUTs in your firmware updates, you had to actually format your card to, I think it's called FAT32. Now with Windows 10, they don't support this. And if you have anything like a 64GB card and upwards, those cards do not support the FAT32 format. So what I had to do is I had to download a third-party program called EasyUse, Partition Masters, I think. Now what this did, this actually allowed me to actually format my 64GB card to an FAT32 format. Now cards that are 32GB and below, I believe they're already formatted in that way. But with these higher cards, which what I had to actually do this manually. But once I did that, I was able to actually upload my LUTs and my software. So as of right now, that's the only con I have with this monitor. But this is not a review, this is not a first impressions. I'm just saying why I bought this monitor. I will be trying to actually review this monitor over the weekend, and hopefully I can have this video up by next week. But before you go, what I want you to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Hope you have a good day. Peace.